níwọ̀n bí a ti fi lélẹ̀ fún gbogbo ènìyàn láti kú lẹ́ẹ̀kan ṣoṣo. Kíyèsí, èmi ń lọ sí ọ̀nà gbogbo ayé. Lóòótọ́ ni mo wí fún ọ. Nígbà tí ìwọ wà lé ọmọdé, ìwọ máa di ara rẹ ní àmùrè, ìwọ sì máa rìn lọ sí ibi tí ìwọ bá fẹ́. Ṣùgbọ́n nígbà tí ìwọ bá di arúgbó, ìwọ yóò na ọwọ́ rẹ jáde, ẹlòmíràn yóò sì dì ọ́ lé àmùrè, yóò sì mú ọ lọ sí ibi tí ìwọ kò fẹ́. Nítorí nígbà tí iye ọdún díẹ̀ ré kọjá tán, nígbà náà ni èmi ń lọ sí ibi tí èmi kì yóò padà bọ̀. Wá ènìyàn mi, wọ inú ìyẹ̀wù rẹ lọ, ṣe ilẹ̀kùn rẹ mọ́ ara rẹ, fi ara rẹ pamọ́ bí ẹni pé ní ìṣẹ́jú kan títí ìdùnnú náà fi dé kọjá. Máa lọ ìsàlẹ̀.
My name is Dr. Tony Aduro. I'm the son of late Ebun Aduro, popularly known as Ebun Aduro Timi. I inherited that name. Okay, part of our family will call us Aduro. Is the shorter form of Aduro Timi. Aduro Timi is the full version of our name, but a lot of us kind of use the shorter one, like me specifically, and some of my line also. We use that part of it as Aduro, but in a nutshell, the full thing is Aduro Timi. Father, just a little brief about him. You don't really have to really learn a lot before you get to see Papa to be one person in the community that has a kind of a figure that believes in a standing structure in community, or a community that should have a solid base or solid foundation or solid structure in the sense that you have to create some cohesiveness. Cohesiveness in the sense that people have to be together to form a family, just like people say that a tree will not make a forest. That is why he believes so much in family and gathers everybody, all of the children, all of his brothers and sisters. We became one very large extended family known as Aduro. We are originally from Beguin, the Temuhi family. That's where our origin is, and Papa, everybody migrated since then. And one important factor is that we are the royal family of Beguin, but we become even the Olu of Elijah on Igbokoda. And that has been our lineage. And that's why you see that maybe most of the things I do, people just want to call me Prince, call my kids Princess or Prince and all those things. Though we don't really use it. It's not an old fashion. It's something that we're entitled to, but if we don't use it, we don't really use it. So Papa came out of that lineage, and we inherited that kind of structure. And he became a pillar in the community in the sense that he believes that building a community is one thing, and that's what I inherited from him. He pulled together all the family members to be one and to see each other as one, whether you are immediate family or extended family. And that's what makes him what he is today. And that is where you see that all these people that are coming from here or there, it's because of his kind of maybe skill in bringing people together or bringing family together to become one, and then to look at this community as your community. Back a little bit, the issue of like the burial ground or something like that, where you see a lot of people following me and all those kind of things. It's not that they don't know me. Everybody knows me in Okigbo. I grew up there, and we became I have a very solid formation of friends and family, and them get involved. A lot of them grew up also until I travel out of Nigeria or something like that. But maybe soon after they don't see me again. That's why some people come and then say this and that.
I think the undertakers, that's the best undertakers I've seen in my whole world. The funeral home, I cannot remember their name, but they were awesome. Their uniform, their dance, and then of course the way they will put the casket on the ground, and all of that. Those were nice things I saw, which was a good thing to behold. And then how else can you celebrate a man of this age, a man of 93 that has built this enigma of a son, who just not only a family-oriented person. Tony is somebody that looks after everybody, takes everybody like his own. So you can see from the faces of the people, the villagers, the community, were just excited to be by him to bury his father.
Going back to the issue of leaving the mortuary and then the undertaker, One thing I believe is that if you want to give something, what is worth doing at all is worth doing well. If the undertaker said this is the way they want to do it, and then I don't want people to rush anybody to do. If you want to do it right, just do it right. And then that's why I said, if this is the way they're going to do, let's keep the flow, let's follow them. I know sometimes it's kind of intensive, and then it's kind of also a little, you know how the undertakers are. Instead of something that could be done like in 1 hour, they want to do it about maybe an hour and a half or 2 hours, just because of little incentive that will come from those little expenses. It makes everything look beautiful, and I'm very particularly kind of happy with my friends and family that are there. They're not so bothered about it, but doesn't mean that we're not trying to hasten them. We try a little bit, but we still want to do it the right way, and I really wanted them to do it the right way, the best way, but we just want to keep up with time. That's why sometimes you see that, okay, we're moving them because some other things will have to start at some point, and then for us to meet up, we have to hasten a little bit of things, but I also want to keep the pace, keep the calm, so that people just calm down and let's do it right. If they want to dance, I feel very happy about it. I'm just so kind of, I don't know what to say, just honored to see that kind of thing happen. And then I also enjoy it because I think giving Papa a very, very beautiful burial is one of my dreams, and I'm just happy I was able to do that.
No smoke.
culture is very rich. And then when they say you can get out of your culture, but they cannot take the culture out of you. It's always going to be there. I'm very traditional when it comes to cultural issues and all this kind of thing. And then I believe in the tradition. Not totally, there are certain part of it that I believe that we have to modify. There are some of it that I believe we have to keep. Keeping them means you have to pass in some other things to your next generation, to your children, and those things. All those things you are seeing there, a lot of people you see the other day, they're either my uncles, my father's younger brothers or sisters. They are also, some are his friend, some are extended family from the, like from the rural part of the town, the rural part that came to town that day. Now one thing is, before then, I have them as my family, and then I cannot take them as not my family after that. I kept my family together from day one. If you are older than me, you deserve the respect. Money or no money, money is nothing when it comes to family. Your family is your clothes. Your family is your, like everything that you have is just because of your family. You can have the money then, you have the money then, you take the money there. No, but if there's nobody there, what do? Nothing.
Ọlọ́ba ti gbàdúrà fún ọmọ ẹ̀yà òun ẹ̀yà ayélujára ẹ̀yà ẹ̀dọ́ owó náà jẹ́ ní olóògùn ní olóògùn ní wẹ́sọ̀ ògùn tó pọ̀ yìí ọ̀nà mọ́ ẹ̀jẹ̀wọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ kàfọ́ ọmọ pẹ̀lú ọ̀dọ̀ owó náà oṣù lẹ́bàá yìí mo lè fẹ́ sí ọlọ́kọ́nù ilé ìfọ́nù lówó ìfọ́nù owó wá ọlọ́tìfọ́ lọ pa owó sí èyí owó ìdílé àdúró dá para ẹ̀ ojú ìjẹ ọmọ rẹ ẹyẹ jẹyẹ náà kiri ẹjẹ ojú ẹyẹ náà ẹjẹ àwọn ẹjẹ jẹ ara rẹ wọ́n èlé yọwọ́ wọn lẹ́gbẹ́ bí wọ́n kábọ̀ láti wo yọwọ́ tó mọ̀ ní káàgbé ẹni ọlọ́nà jẹ́ ọlọ́nà òkúrẹ́ àwọn bá mi gbà ní ọ̀gá apádó wà ayélujára ẹ̀kọ́ sí kárí ayélujára ẹ̀kọ́ nínú rẹ̀ káàrọ̀ lára ẹ̀kọ́ nínú rẹ̀ èsì náà mo ti rẹ̀ àkóbá ọ̀rọ̀ ló dàbí ìtumọ̀ rẹ̀ máa sábà kìkì lọ́wọ́ máa ka yóká kọba òkú mú ẹ̀sà fẹ́ mú ẹ̀sà bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní o ọ̀nà bá màbá wọn mọ́ta nájà àtẹ́rìgbà tó bá lè mọ̀ tẹ́rìgbà ẹ̀lú wa fún gbàmà náà ẹ̀yà lẹ́bí sí ọkà ẹ̀yà àjọ ẹ̀mí ẹ̀ nípa
So it doesn't mean that whether you have money, you still not give respect to those people that respected you, or no. I don't look at my family like that. Every one of them are my family, and then it has nothing to do with wealth also, because even my wealth, if not because of them, I don't think I will be where I am, or what I am. They are part of what I am today. So that is why you see, if I have to go and bow down for my uncle, this is a culture. I have to do it. If I have to go do this, and even the younger, some are of my age mate, almost my age mate, but maybe a year or so older than me, I still have to do the same. It doesn't matter what I have that they don't have. So it's kind of rule that when it comes to the family and the culture or the tradition, I believe so much, because it's the foundation of our being. And culturally, I'll still keep that kind of ideology that, okay, you have to give respect to everybody that's respected you. You have to get the prayer from your elders. You have to get all these things from here. And then pray for you. We grew up like that. I saw it. My father do it every time, even to others when he's there. So, and then I still want that mantle. I got a mantle from my dad, but I still want that tradition to continue, so that they just, because we have new Olori Ebi now, then that is who I was kind of seeing. Then I'll bring from the other house into the main house, main papa's compound where our compound is. And then get his blessing and then get the blessing of every other person, and try to let them know that this is how I want to do this. I also have to put them together that they should not worry, because there was so much worries and everything that we were going to do this thing and all these things, maybe about the finances that is going to be involved or something like that. I really wanted to create some kind of level of level of confidence in them that we don't have to worry. We're doing this thing together. Everybody have to see us that we're doing it together. This is a family, and this is the unit, and this is what we're going to do. Whatever we're doing, it doesn't matter where the money is coming from, we're all doing it together. Traditionally, I believe in family. Everything is organization. You have to be organized. I didn't even also anticipate that it's going to be as hectic as it was that day, but I knew that a little bit of planning have to be there. If you really want to do something, I made some plans and everything. Before Papa died, we discussed about, first of all, he told me my grandfather is also buried in that compound there. And then he said he's not going to live anywhere other than sleep very close to his father, his own father. So as soon as Papa passed and everything, I actually, even then before, we've kind of anticipated I have to demolish some part of that area and then reconstruct, because we knew that this is where it's going to be. And then I actually gave them, this is my plan, this is how I want it to be, this is how I want the where the resting place is going to be. And then it was that's when I made that plan, and then I told all those guys that were doing the construction, doing the digging and everything or something, this is what I want. And then a lot of people were done on the phone, but we were following the instruction, and I have to go look first right away, because were they done the way I wanted it and everything. And that's why you saw me. And then I have to take the children there and let them know that, okay, in our culture, it is a prayer for us to bury our father. This is where my mind is to bury my dad, and then this is the tomb. This is where we're just going to put the corpse and everything, and then lay him to rest. Then they were very happy. Then to go back to the wake keeping, kind of where the place are. A lot of time you do things, they might not be as organized as we think, or as you can't get any perfect plan. You just anticipate that to get 80-90% of your plan in place, so that you can actually get to the near perfection. A little bit of delay was there, because I have made all those plans. I've actually told them, this is how we're going to do this thing. This is where we're going to lay him. This is the kind of light I want there. This is the kind of something we want there, and then put it together with those plans were there, though they were a little bit delayed, and then they got delayed a little bit because of the carpeting, kind of something that they wanted to put down there. Naturally, when you set them up, when you set the body up like that, like I told you, we're very traditional, something like that. Culturally, the people from Ebun, that is our ancestral home, they came. When you see that thing, what you see in their hand is the paddle. Yeah, boat. This boat is usually something. So when you're doing that thing, it's like Elijah believes they live in the river and all those things, and then they use boat, even for trading, for whatever they do, everything is through boat. So when they do the singing and everything has to do with being in a boat, and then given respect to your elder or your father, late father, and then when they're singing, all those songs are having to do with the departed. So with Papa has gone old and has gone to the heaven to join the ancestors or the angels and all those kind of things. Like consolation to me also that okay, you don't have to worry, Papa has gone and then no more sharing Baba. That means a child has actually done what's supposed to be, behind you were able to bury your dad, not your dad able to bury your dad burying you. So it calls for joy and happiness, and then you have to rejoice, and people are rejoicing that this kind of a thing happened. This is what people pray for, and this is what you should be, and that is why you should not actually feel sad about anything. Rather, Papa was 93, then you're supposed to be happy, and then you're supposed to rejoice with everybody, and then everybody here should be rejoicing rather than crying at Papa's something. You're supposed to be rejoicing. Though that is so touching, you can't but actually have that emotional kind of something. And then I'm emotionally attached to anything, water or river. I'm very kind of have some kind of little bit of attachment to it, even boat and all this kind of thing. It gave me, because it kind of linked me up with how I grew up. I grew up in a lot of the time in the river in the area. So, and then those songs, those are just the traditional kind of saying the Babati Relay, Papa has gone home. And then we should be rejoicing, and people should not start really wailing or crying, because this is the time to celebrate his life rather than to start crying for him. Yeah, going back to the church, the ceremony, I was just grateful to the church. First of all, I told you before that they were able to bend a little bit here and there because of Papa's influence in the church. I even didn't know, because Papa told me, this is my church. That's what he usually say. He didn't tell me that I bought the land or I built the church and helped build the church. Call them, he bought the land, he bought it, and then he kept the receipt and then everything. When he called the pastor that, okay, I'm giving you this land, you guys come, and then we're just going to break open this, and then we're going to build this church there.
A day our father had brought his time. He sees a place that is empty. He went to the owner of the land to borrow. He made a plan. He said, continue doing your service here. I'm not coming to service with you. And a very short period preceding the service, day our father come to our father's street, was passed by. He said, Apostle, I want you to pray for me. I want my fruits to proceed very well. I must be everybody knowing, if possible, I will come and follow with you. He said, Father, go and put on a garment. And Father, go back and he's praying fasting. In a very short period, like 1 or 2 months, the miracle happened. Isaiah. Go and check what your father written down. Our Father is the one that works there to grow the land.
It was one of those things also that actually inspired me. I know Papa will always do that thing. If he's got the means to do something, he will do something. Sitting at the church and then looking at the coffin right in front of me, as the first son and then as the eldest son, as the eldest child in the family, I think you're supposed to do the right thing, to stay according to them at the church. You are supposed to be sitting where all the children, my children are also there, and but I think they put me that the regalia I wore, I don't think it's by design. During the planning, they say, okay, this is what I'm going to use during the funeral, during the church service, and this is what we're going to use, like according to Yoruba, all those issues of Ashebi and all this kind of thing, and then they've separated, this is what we're going to use for the funeral, this is what we're going to use for the church service, this is what we're going to use for maybe the celebration of life after the interment. And looking at Papa and at the church, and then what was coming out of them from that church, I was kind of really moved, because I sent in my tribute earlier than, like, so that they can just come out from there, so that people can just read it. But I was there, then I saw much more than I thought. And then what I should have actually kept in it, because I had a lot of other things that I didn't even know. Papa didn't want to. Papa don't want to say, I did this, I did that, and all those kind of, he's not that kind of person. You do it, you just do it. If you want to, that's how he taught me. If you want to do this, go ahead and do it, and then just forget it. And then I did it. Then when I saw the soldiers, like that church, they have their own soldiers or something like that. So I remember that, okay, you used to say, Papa is a soldier also, or was, but the army of God. I was really very impressed with what they did, and then I was very, kind of satisfied also that they were able to accord him, or they accorded him, that kind of recognition and that kind of ceremony within the church. Going back to my tribute, I just want to really let people know how I feel, because I could, within a short time, I could not only put very few things that was coming to my head, because my head, I'll just tell you, was clogged with so many things. Maybe the planning, that Papa is gone, and then the time I was supposed to be spending with him is gone, and the little thing he told me within the last couple of months, even a few months before he died, because I was with Papa about 2 months or 2.5 months, 2 months before he passed away. That was in December. We were celebrating, dancing, and all those kind of things in December. When I was doing my tribute, I just really want people to see what he put or he embedded in me. That's what I was just trying to throw out there to let people know. I think how much more than what was there, but the little that could be said was what was actually said there that day. And looking at other things that happened, I learned a big lesson also from the church, because the pastor the pastor for the church. He said a lot of things that I didn't even know before. And that could actually go further into some kind of tributary kind of something for Papa maybe in future.
Olówó ìjọ àti gbogbo ẹ̀yin ará àti ọ̀rẹ́ tó wá wá sí ìsìnkú bàbá. Láìpẹ́ àwa fi àsìkò yìí ṣe ìrètí bàbá mi àmì màálé dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ìjọba àṣeyẹ bàbá àṣeyẹ ẹ̀yìn bàbá. Màálé dé Gẹ̀ẹ́sì wọ́n níbẹ̀. Báwo page 19 ní program tó wà page 19. So it's tribute to my father, Ebun Aduro. When the mirror is broken, you no longer see your image. On that dreadful day, I'm going to change it later to a faithful date, February 28, 2021, when Baba departed the world to join the same. It has not been the same again for me. Baba, you are my mirror at which I look at my life. The mirror at which I look at myself, and now that you are gone, my life is so empty that I feel it in my soul. He is my solace. And Father, you live precious life. Every moment of your life is like a broken on a path toward heavenly place. That is what I saw or experienced with him. Baba never made a fortune nor noise in the world. We are meant to fame, but he had a heavy brood of boys and girls who loved the very ground we trod. Though the man was never had anywhere, that is the way I would just say it is not a famous person, but within the committee, within the church, within the he has his name. And with no formal education or as a hero, yet somehow he understood he was doing his part well and making it suitable for all his children and everybody that surrounds him. His children may neither be eminence or be wealthy, but he gave us a blood untainted with vice and opulence of undiluted health. My father was my biggest fan and the most incredible role model to me. I could call him at any time, and he always has a solution to my problems. Even at some point where, like I said, that to call America or to call somewhere is so expensive, Baba would call almost every week to pray. Life is different with him, but I am grateful I got to call him on that fateful day before he died. My dad was my hero. He was the most courageous and most resourceful man. I never questioned the love or care. Never questioned if he loved or cared for me, because he made it so obvious. So I'll say farewell, Dad. My father, Ebun Aduro, was born on February 12, 1928. I was raised by my dad and my mom, my late mom, Dr. Ebun Aduro, as a young man. Baba taught me to be determined. He taught me determination. Anything you want to do, you just have to be determined, and then you probably get down there. He told me to look at himself. He is not determined. He will not be where he is today, or than as of that, before he departed. So I thank him for that so much. I learned appreciation from having a dad that provided for us, even with meager resources. There was little or nothing in the family, but he still provided for us. Baba taught me the importance of education. That was the most important thing I got in my life. For instance, that was the best thing that ever happened to me. Baba took me, he took time off from work when he was working at the oil industry and traveled with me to Edun. That was actually what made me who I am today. That is, he traveled with me to Edun in 1977 for the Government Technical Secondary School entrance examination. That has become the bedrock and the pillar, the cornerstone of my achievement today. I follow his footsteps which made me what I am today, and I will forever be grateful for that. He taught me to see others like myself, and he told me that family, both immediate and extended, should be one in your head and in your mind, and I took that honestly. He told me the joy of one should be the joy of all. Likewise, the problem or the problems of one should be the problem of all. Don't look at others as if they are different from you. I inherited that sense of equity within the clan, and it became my tradition ever since. That equity and fairness is part of the reason why you are all here today. My dad was an incredible man. He provided for his family and made sure that his children had guidance they needed. I am grateful for my dad, and I miss him every day since he departed. The quality of father can be seen in the goals, the dreams, and aspirations he set, not only for himself but also for his family. I do not want to even explain further because I know it's too soon to start posting this thing because there are so many things that could actually come out of what I intended to say. But instead, I just want to get it out of my head quickly, just to share with everybody here today. But that's the life my dad, my father, grandfather, great-grandfather, and my best friend. He gave me the best years of my life, and to that I will remember him as he always was, Chinese, but caring. Lastly, even though your departure has made me broken, it has transformed me into a man who is willing to do what great men do, knowing that death is the end of every mother. The death will not separate us as I will grow old and exit just like the day, and we'll meet again to continue as father and son again. And my son will always also pay a tribute to me like I am doing this morning to you, or to your blessed memory. Sleep well, Dad. I will never forget you. Rest in the Lord. Farewell, my hero.
And getting to being Baba Ijo, that's a very big honor. I don't know whether I'm really, is worth it. I will say I have my own denomination. It's not my denomination, but if my father has that title and that kind of big something before, who am I to say no to what they say that was supposed to be given when Baba Ijo or whatever passed, and then they have to give it back to somebody else who can carry the mantle. It doesn't matter. I will also try my best to support and help the church. What I can say is that, I'm honored, and then I thank God also to do that, and then I think I will continue the legacy that Papa has created for the church. I will not let that one fall apart. I'll continue to do that for them. that has a very dual effect on me. Laying Papa to rest at when we're at the tomb, where I think at the place where we're going to actually lay him to rest, the final resting place, has a dual effect or something like that. First is a very good one. The second part was probably, no, let me put it this way. The first was a very sad part, but the second part of it is really very, very pleasing to me that I am able to do this. So let me explain the duality of that thing. When I say dual, I mean it has two effects on me. I have two different feelings that they. At first, when I was seeing, then I was just saying, this is the last I'm going to see of my dad. And I have very, very, very close connection with dad. We talk about everything. We talk about, just name it, anything, life, love, what not, and how family should be, what's supposed to be, and all those kind of a thing. What you're supposed to do, how you're supposed to help your community, if you have this thing, you have to think about your family, you have to, all those kind of a thing there. And then it kept me in such a shape that I just, when he's using the word family, at all time, I just kept thinking about family and family every time. So when I was laying him to rest, I kept telling myself, who am I going to start discussing this thing with again? Who is going to be like a confidant that will help me on that one? And then who is going to be there also when little thing here and there, and then you get that advice and everything. That means that thing is going to end there. It's ended there. But the second part of it was that I was able to lay my father to rest, and then not my father laying me to rest.
èyí àti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí fún bàbá wa yìí bẹ́ẹ̀ kò jẹ́ kí ohun aburú kan yóò ṣẹlẹ̀. Adúpẹ́ ibi tí ẹran bàbá náà lọ́wọ́ dé. Báyìí a fẹ́ fi ara bàbá wa náà fún erùpẹ̀. Ó yá ọ̀run ìgbàlá ìgbà afẹ́fẹ́ rẹ̀. Gbogbo tí a ṣe ní ìlú lónìí, ó yá ọ̀run darapọ̀ mọ́ wa. Ní òní gbogbo ká yìn ológo. Jésù Olúwa wa. Ẹ má jẹ́ ká gbáriwo. Yóò sì máa ta ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ní kùtùkùtù ó lé àwọ̀ lára ó sì dàgbà sókè níwọ̀n bí a ti fi lélẹ̀ fún gbogbo ènìyàn láti kú lẹ́ẹ̀kan ṣoṣo ṣùgbọ́n lẹ́yìn èyí ni ìdájọ́ ẹni tí ó kú bọ́ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ kíyèsí èmi lọ sí ọ̀nà gbogbo ayé lóòótọ́ ni mo wí fún ọ nígbàtí ìwọ wà lé ọmọdé ìwọ máa di ara rẹ ní àmùrè ìwọ sì máa rìn lọ sí ibi tí ìwọ bá ń fẹ́ ṣùgbọ́n nígbàtí ìwọ bá di arúgbó ìwọ yóò na ọwọ́ rẹ jáde ẹlòmíràn yóò sì dì ọ́ lé àmùrè yóò sì mú ọ lọ sí ibi tí ìwọ kò fẹ́. Nítorí nígbàtí iye ọdún díẹ̀ ré kọjá tán nígbà náà ni èmi ń lọ sí ibi tí èmi kì yóò padà bọ̀ wá ènìyàn mi wọ inú ìyẹ̀wù rẹ lọ ṣe ilẹ̀kùn rẹ mọ́ ara rẹ fi ara rẹ pamọ́ bí ẹni pé ní ìṣẹ́jú kan títí ìbínú náà fi ré kọjá máa ń rọ ìsàlẹ̀. Ní orúkọ Jésù a fi òkú rẹ fún ilẹ̀ lónìí erùpẹ̀ fún erùpẹ̀ eérú fún eérú èkuru fún èkuru ní ìdánilójú àti ní àìsíyèméjì ìrètí sí iyè tí kò ní ìkòkun nípa Olúwa wa Jésù Kristi ẹni tí yóò pa ara òṣì wa dà kí ó lè rí bí ara òun tìkálára rẹ̀ tí ó lé ògo gẹ́gẹ́ bí iṣẹ́ agbára nípa èyí tí òun lè fi tẹrí ohun gbogbo bá fún ara rẹ̀ àmín.
Àbọ̀mọ́dọ̀ rere òṣìṣẹ́ tí mo rà bàbá wà èrè ayọ̀. Ìpọ́njú ti bá ọ láyé, ìdààmú ti bá ọ lọ́nà tó lọ. Ìpọ́njú láyé ọ̀la ìṣòro. Fìtílà tí mo fún ọ ló fi forúgbìn gbàgbọ́ jèrè gbàgbọ́. Bàbá fìtílà tí mo fún ọ ló fi forúgbìn gbàgbọ́ jèrè gbàgbọ́. Ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ mi o.
Arákùnrin èyí jẹ́ ogún tí a jẹ ní ìkẹyìn ayé wa ogún ìkẹyìn nìyẹn ọjọ́ tí Ádámù àti Éfà ti jẹ ogún yẹn wọn àti ṣàkóbá bá àwọn ènìyàn ní bí ènìyàn wa bá kú lè bà wá nínú jẹ́ nípa búburú ìbànújẹ́ yìí báyìí èsè pé a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín púpọ̀ fún ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ ohun gbogbo ó mú kí àwọn ẹbí àwọn ọmọ kí wọ́n dájọ́ láti sìnkú bàbá yìí adúpẹ́ ọjọ́ náà ṣeéṣe ó mú wọn bẹ̀rẹ̀ ó mú wọn ṣe láyà àti àlàáfíà wàhálà ìdààmú kò jẹ́ kó wọnú agbo ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ búburú kò jẹ́ kó ṣẹlẹ̀ adúpẹ́ olè ara olè ní kò jẹ́ kó jẹ́ nìkankan wọ́n wọnú mọ́tò wọn kò fún ní sọ ọgbó bàbá adúpẹ́ ọlọ́run gba ọpẹ́ wa ọlọ́run gba ẹ̀yìn lógo wa àwa fi gbogbo lé yín lọ́wọ́ àwa ó ti dá wa lójú gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹ̀rí tí a gbọ́ pé bàbá yìí ń bọ̀ lọ́dọ̀ yín ọkùnrin alààyè tó bá ṣẹ́kù ọlọ́run gba ìdarí ayé wọn ọlọ́run gba ìdarí ayé wọn àwọn ọmọ bàbá yìí ọlọ́run tọ́jú wọn lẹ́yìn tí bàbá tó wà láyé ìyà ò jẹ wọn ìṣẹ́ ò ṣẹ́ wọn lẹ́yìn tí bàbá kú ìṣẹ́ má jọ ṣẹ́ wọn ìyà má jọ jẹ wọn òkè tí wọ́n gùn nígbà tí bàbá wà láyé ọlọ́run lẹ́yìn tí bàbá tó tún kúrò láyé irú òkè bẹ́ẹ̀ tó wà fún wọn lágbára láti máa gùn sí ọlọ́run nínú ìtẹ̀síwájú fún wọn lágbára láti máa tẹ̀síwájú àwọn ẹbí tó ti jáde Olúwa tọ́jú ẹbí náà orí ikú òjijì má jọ wọ̀ ní ẹbí náà ìjọ tó ti jáde Olúwa tọ́jú ìjọ náà gbogbo ọkàn tó wá láti yẹ wọn sí bàbá ìdààmú má jọ dé bá wọn olùkúlùkù máa yíṣẹ́ padà Olúwa má jà gbé pẹ̀sẹ̀gbẹ́sẹ̀ búburú má jà pàdé ikú má jà pàdé àgbákò Ọlọ́run ṣe ìrànlọ́wọ́ bàbá àwa alààyè Olúwa jẹ́ kó jọwọ́ ogun kádàgbà ká darí gbó Jésù Olúwa wa àmín lórúkọ Jésù dábọ̀ mẹ́rin àlọ́ àdúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín púpọ̀ fún ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ ohun gbogbo mú kí àwọn ẹbí àwọn ọmọ kí wọ́n dájọ́ láti sìnkú bàbá yìí adúpẹ́ ọjọ́ náà ṣeéṣe ó mú wọn bẹ̀rẹ̀ ó mú wọn ṣe láyà àti àlàáfíà wàhálà ìdààmú kò jẹ́ kó wọnú agbo ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ búburú kò jẹ́ kó ṣẹlẹ̀ adúpẹ́ olè ara olè ní kò jẹ́ kó jẹ́ nìkankan wọ́n wọnú mọ́tò wọn kò fún ní sọ ọgbó bàbá adúpẹ́ ọlọ́run gba ọpẹ́ wa ọlọ́run gba ẹ̀yìn lógo wa àwa fi gbogbo lé yín lọ́wọ́ àwa ó ti dá wa lójú gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹ̀rí tí a gbọ́ pé bàbá yìí ń bọ̀ lọ́dọ̀ yín ọkùnrin alààyè tó bá ṣẹ́kù ọlọ́run gba ìdarí ayé wọn ọlọ́run gba ìdarí ayé wọn àwọn ọmọ bàbá yìí ọlọ́run tọ́jú wọn lẹ́yìn tí bàbá tó wà láyé ìyà ò jẹ wọn ìṣẹ́ ò ṣẹ́ wọn lẹ́yìn tí bàbá kú ìṣẹ́ má jọ ṣẹ́ wọn ìyà má jọ jẹ wọn òkè tí wọ́n gùn nígbà tí bàbá wà láyé ọlọ́run lẹ́yìn tí bàbá tó tún kúrò láyé irú òkè bẹ́ẹ̀ tó wà fún wọn lágbára láti máa gùn sí ọlọ́run nínú ìtẹ̀síwájú fún wọn lágbára láti máa tẹ̀síwájú àwọn ẹbí tó ti jáde Olúwa tọ́jú ẹbí náà orí ikú òjijì má jọ wọ̀ ní ẹbí náà ìjọ tó ti jáde Olúwa tọ́jú ìjọ náà gbogbo ọkàn tó wá láti yẹ wọn sí bàbá ìdààmú má jọ dé bá wọn olùkúlùkù máa yíṣẹ́ padà Olúwa má jà gbé pẹ̀sẹ̀gbẹ́sẹ̀ búburú má jà pàdé ikú má jà pàdé àgbákò Ọlọ́run ṣe ìrànlọ́wọ́ bàbá àwa alààyè Olúwa jẹ́ kó jọwọ́ ogun kádàgbà ká darí gbó Jésù Olúwa wa àmín lórúkọ Jésù dábọ̀ mẹ́rin àlọ́.
He did some work for his community also. His testament to his good life was also evident in church service today when the church was saying that he was the one that actually bought the land for the church and then started the process of building that church. So that will go a long way to tell you. So many people of the state would rather spend their money on something else than to go and buy a land or acquire a land for church projects. So I think he lived a good life, and then I'm happy to be here today to join the family to bid him farewell in final resting.
Gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹ̀rí tí wọ́n jẹ́ fún bàbá láì rí ẹni sojú bàbá a máa jẹ́ ìdánù kókó máa wà níyì àbí a bá rẹ́ni sojú rẹ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ kò ní sí ìdánù rárá ìtẹ̀síwájú ọmọ máa wà.
Jẹ́ lè ṣàpèjúwe bàbá yìí nígbà tó wà láyé.
Bàbá yẹn nígbà tó ń wà láyé wọ́n jẹ́ bàbá dáadáa wọ́n jẹ́ bàbá tó dáa bàbá yáyì púpọ̀ ó dẹ̀ dáa bí a fi bàbá síwájú ó yẹ ni bá dẹ̀ wà lẹ́yìn ó yẹ wá. Kókó ọ̀rọ̀ mi sáwọn ènìyàn kí àwọn ènìyàn gba Ọlọ́run gbọ́ lórí ilẹ̀ alàyè yìí kúlùkùlùkù lo ìfẹ́ Ọlọ́run ìfẹ́ tó péye ó dẹ̀ di iṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run mú ká lè jogún ìjọba Ọlọ́run.
But he liked people to be around him, everybody to be around him, and more so, he took the family very seriously, and that has been the solid foundation of Abia in Aduro family.
From all indications, Baba was a rare figure. From all the testimonies given about him, the economy of trade, what can you say? What singular legacy can you talk about?
About the legacy, I'll just tell you that Baba gave it. When it comes to education, Papa wants everybody to be educated, and that is what it always, that's probably the best achievement you can give to anybody. That's what actually brought me to what point I am. despite the fact that there's no money and everything or something like that at that time, have to pay a lot of school fee and every kind of stuff. But all still struggling, and then he's still trying to make sure that you are educated, because he is not educated. They say you have to be educated. If you want to make impact, you have to start with education, and that legacy is there. Then building the family, looking at family as one, is one of those structures that you can just talk about.
Thank you.
Good night, Mama. Good night, Mama. Good night, Mama.
Good night, Grandpa. I love you so much. A life well lived. Sad to see you go.
Party part was, I think, what everybody looks toward, because that is where now we're actually celebrating the life. Yeah, we have Ebi, we have Molebi, that is, we have family, we have even extended family, we have all those group of people, and celebration involves some kind of activities also, like maybe clothing and everything. You see the issue of clothing, the wife part or the women. We didn't say, but we just want to give them some kind of glamorous kind of look. Okay, these are female from this family, and these are male from this family. That's why you see multi-color kind of dresses and all those kind of things. The immediate children and others have, and then the friends, and then they have all those kind of ashebi. You saw different things there. We thank God that we were able to put those things together. It worked, and not that alone. We have the king of the place was there, and then the senators. I really have to give thanks to all of them. The senator Tofoma was there, Banji, the gubernatorial candidate also was there, and then people from the house, and then the old commissioners and all those, a couple of them are there, but I was not going to make it a party or political affair. It's just going to be like family and then celebration of life affair. That's why you see different figures and all those kind of thing, and then maybe the extensive level of that security kind of something that you see there is because of that. Otherwise, we're supposed to even be rejoicing and everything, but we know how the situation is in town, and that's why we have to just really do that one.
sanwó dọ́kítọ̀ tó sì ọmọ àdúró ti bí mi àyàn fẹ́ mú bá lòdì aṣọ ìbora fẹ́ni tí odò ṣe ọ̀gá ló jẹ́ nínú lọ́wọ́. Dọ́kítọ̀ tó sì tiwa gbogbo ti gbàgbé lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ lọ́wọ́. Láti wọ́n sí ti yan sí ti lè ṣe káàlù. Láti wọ́n sí ti yan sí ti lè ṣe káàlù. Láti jẹ́ ọjọ́ polisi. Tó sì gómìnà tó dé pé ọ̀sán lọ́lọ́pọ̀ pẹ̀lú ìṣòro. Ẹ máa yọrù sí tòlú lọ́gbẹ́. lókè lọ́wọ́ kò ní pé. Yóyóyó ọjọ́ tí ó ti gbà bọ̀ ẹgbẹ́ tẹ́lẹ̀ o ẹgbẹ́ tó lè sọ bàbá màkó.
And then, like everybody, friends from Lagos, friends from Abuja, friends from Port Harcourt, friends from abroad, from US, and all this kind of thing, they were all there. And what else do you really want from? You got almost what you wanted, and it's not perfect. I know it's not perfect. Some people will be able to, regardless of the number of whatever cows and everything you kill, people will still tell you, I didn't get. People got, and then you always expect that one, because in a party such as that, you saw, you said the plan was for 1,500, and then when we're seeing about 3,000, 4,000 people, then we know that. But still, I think we go to that level where we say yes, we thank God, things went this way, and then we're able to do it. And more important, my children were able to see it, because I really want them to see the tradition, how we're doing. That's why you see them. I have to take them around. I have to show them this and that. I have to show them this is how things are done. You cannot think maybe you are American citizen. And I'm glad to God that you can see they blended. They were very much into the whole thing, that they just want to be part of everything, whether the celebration, the interment, and all this, and whatever, whether we're dancing there. I'm very, very grateful, because they bought the culture also. That one is there. And going to look at it finally, I just want to say my dad has been an inspiration for me. He showed me what I should know about life, and probably the vanity therein, because whatever that is in life, everything is just vanity. Just lead your life, lead a good life, be mindful of people, be helpful to people, do what you can. Let people not think that you can always do everything for them, but you can always show that this is what you can do, and be very honest about what you're going to do. If you don't want to do something, he'll tell you, don't do it.
ọmọ àdúrà ọmọ wọn pé oṣù àtúntò wọn pé oṣù ìwà tèmi ọmọ wọn pé oṣù ọmọ ibo ọmọ wọn pé oṣù gbogbo ọrẹ gbogbo ọrẹ ọlọlọ ọjà òkú lọ Santos ọmọ ibo gbogbo ọrẹ Santos ọmọ ibo gbogbo ọrẹ ọrẹ ọjà ìlú bí ọmọ wọn pé oṣù kò sọ́ba bí rẹ̀ kò sọ́ba bá bí rẹ̀ kò má sọ lọ́rùn rẹ̀ ìgbè kò sọ́ba bí rẹ̀ kò sí bàbá bí rẹ̀ kò má sọ lọ́rùn rẹ̀ ìgbè ẹlọ́bí olúwa tóbi ọba ńlá ọba tọ́ka ẹlọ́bí olúwa tóbi ìdúmọ̀ ni ọba tọ́ka olúwa tóbi ọba ńlá ọba tọ́ka ẹlọ́bí olúwa tóbi ìdúmọ̀ ni ọba tọ́ka. Àdúró yé mi kì í ẹ̀rù sí orí rí lọ́lẹ̀ rẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ló mú bàbá tó sí ẹ̀rù bẹ́ẹ̀ dáhùn owó èlé dáhùn lò ó ti bá ò bá yàrá fi ṣe òní dáhùn rẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Ọmọ mi ló fi ẹ́ àdúró ó tún fi bàbá rẹ̀ o. Ọmọ mi ló fi ẹ́ ó ní bàbá rẹ̀ o. Ọba wa láàmú wa, ọba ni yóò sì yẹ. Ọba ni yóò sì yẹ. Mo ti di bàbá rẹ̀ o. Ọba ni yóò sì yẹ. Bàbá tó ní àbúrò, ó ti di bàbá rẹ̀ o. Ìwà ọba wa láàmú wa, ìwà ọba ni yóò sì yẹ. Orúkọ mi ni màmá sọ wípé. Bàbá tó sì ẹ̀kọ́ fẹ́rẹ̀ ṣe. Bàbá tó mú lọ́pẹ́. Bàbá tó ṣọlá yẹ mọ́ bàbá tó dé. Lásìkò pé lórí ikọ̀ rẹ̀. Àníwọ̀n tó máa bá ọ̀rẹ́ ọlọ́run ọ̀rọ̀ jọ. Olùdókòsí olùrọ̀ bàjẹ́ lóore public health specialist lọ́sí. Máma pa ọ̀rẹ́ ọlọ́run mọ́ra o. Olùrọ̀ bàjẹ́ lóore ẹ̀kọ́ lórí orin ẹlẹ́lẹ́ jíjọ́ ọ̀yọ́ sí olùdókòsí lọ́lọ́run orin ẹlẹ́lẹ́. I want to love, I want to love, I want to love you. I want to love, I want to love, I want to love you. I want to tell you any level. I want to tell you, I want to do what you love. Solomon, I want to tell you any level. I want to tell you, I want to pull up and give some love. Sọlá wọn kò sí mo ní ìwé mi náà. Ó ti mọ tó bọ́ rẹ̀. Olùkùsẹ̀ kì í ṣẹ́gun lówó ẹ̀rọ. Àwọn ọmọdé sọlá mọ̀tò tí mo rí. A ní pé kí
Like this. If I look at me like this, all this shit man look my face. Can I go follow me to my place? I try to do my thing and I'm busy on this is another like thing.
My name is Dr. Tony Aduro, and I am just glad to have all this thing put together, and then for everybody that actually attended Papa's burial, and I wish every one of you, both the senator, the governor candidate, the politicians, the commissioners, the friends, relatives, family, especially the family. I'm very appreciative of the family that they were able to look at things as the way I also want to do it. I did not have a lot of stress that this is going to go this way or that, like no wrangling, there's no kind of bitterness. I want to do it this way, I want to do it that way. I'm very, very particularly very happy, and I wish the church also, the best can come, because they also play a prominent role in everything that we did. So I wish my friends, my colleagues, the best in life, and then I want to tell them that I am really very, very grateful and appreciative of what they have done. Those Government Technical College, Government Technical Secondary School, the 1982 units, and they were all there. My friend Emeka, I just wish him the best because he stood by me all through. My children, and I'm just really very, very grateful that they were able to make it. I'm very glad. They're very happy to be part of it. And my friends also from Lagos, and all those, like Tayo, her husband, all of them, everybody that came everywhere, I just thank God for it. I also want to thank my sister, and then some of my siblings also for the role they play. Kike played a very, very big role. Kike is my sister. She played a very big role in organizing and everything like that. And I just really want to know that, all her effort, people cannot be perfect also, but her effort is really, really very good. And then I just thank God that she was able to also put a lot of effort in all these things. Otherwise, it could have been so also bothersome. But I really want to say that even the president of my student association, Bingpe Ubuntu, she's also a very rock star when it comes to all this planning. And then I just thank her also. Those are the little things that, there are little things you think that is there, you don't know until things open up, but they were able to put the pieces together and then do that. So with Kike and Gania, we were able to do a lot of things, and then other things also, people who donated hotel, people who all do those things for my guests and all those kind of things, like Domfav. I just really want to thank them and then be grateful for their support and everything. I will also be not doing myself if I don't tell Papa Daddy Tiles that he actually helped me arrange the security details and all those kind of things at home, and I'm really, really very, very glad for their assistance. And to lay the whole thing to family is always family comforts, and the family will come last, and then the family members that did what they have done, actually they follow my instruction. A lot of them are older than me. They are much older than me, and then elderly kind of something. I still send them around, this is what you want to do, this is how you're going to do it. They did everything as much as humanly possible, and then I just wish them also the best in life, and to make sure that all of us will actually have the best time for celebrating Papa's life. And I will just say thank you everybody, thank you my friends, thank you relatives, and everybody that actually participated in this funeral ceremony. Thank you so much.
Níwọ̀n bí a ti fi lélẹ̀ fún gbogbo ènìyàn láti kú lẹ́ẹ̀kan ṣoṣo, kíyèsí èmi ń lọ sí ọ̀nà gbogbo ayé. Lóòótọ́ ni mo wí fún ọ, nígbà tí ìwọ wà lé ọmọdé, ìwọ máa di ara rẹ ní àmùrè, ìwọ sì máa rìn lọ sí ibi tí ìwọ bá fẹ́. Ṣùgbọ́n nígbà tí ìwọ bá di arúgbó, wọ́n yóò na ọwọ́ rẹ jáde, ẹlòmíràn yóò sì dì ọ́ lé àmùrè, yóò sì mú ọ lọ sí ibi tí ìwọ kò fẹ́. Nítorí nígbà tí iye ọdún díẹ̀ ré kọjá tán, nígbà náà ni èmi ń lọ sí ibi tí èmi kì yóò padà bọ̀. Wá ènìyàn mi, wọ inú ìyẹ̀wù rẹ lọ, sé ilẹ̀kùn rẹ mọ́ ara rẹ, fi ara rẹ pamọ́ bí ẹni pé ní ìṣẹ́jú kan títí ìdùnnú náà fi dé kọjá. Máa lọ ìsàlẹ̀.